What? You know what it is, man. I'm your boy Snap.
And I'm Dr.
And
Sand.
you already know this is Damn the Cat Podcast.
Yes.
What's going on?
Nothing. How you been?
Blessed.
Good.
Blessed. Had a stressful week, but I made it through.
Yes.
Thank God, people, myself,
Yeah.
space.
Yeah.
That I got through it. Whew. What the hell? I'm looking for a black bank.
Oh, okay.
The white banks done messed me up this week, so
Oh.
it put me through some turmoil. I'm still getting, how you say it, judged by what I look like, what I wear, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, tired of it.
Yeah. It's a hassle, but that's why we have to support our own.
We do, but
We gotta
you know
learn.
how we support our own. Either be late, they want hookups, or don't do it right.
Right. And that's one thing that I want to throw in since you did say that. If a person has a business, please don't go in there asking for no handout.
Yes, or hookups.
Yeah.
If they got a business, trust me, if they're opening up a business, for prime example, the first weeks, the first month it opens, they're trying to get that money back that they put into it. So really they don't need a discount or afford it. They just want you to come support, see how it is. Then maybe later on in life they'll hook you up.
Right.
At first, as soon as you come and expecting that, yo, what's up? No.
Yeah, that's wrong. And I apologize. I do need to get out there, but
Oh, don't worry. It's not going nowhere. We have everything for all those who come out there to the
Yeah.
City View Sports Bar and Bistro in Austell. Thank you. Like I said, it's having great support, great food. We getting great comments. We getting great feedback. And, you know what I'm saying, hope we continue to grow. But like I said, we didn't do this for us, me and my crew. We did this for y'all.
okay, all right.
I'm not trying to.
So besides that, though, what else is going on?
Oh, man, I just been watching the news. I guess the big thing now is, Jada. Much as I want a date, she making me don't even want to date a woman no more. I don't even want to get a date. I thought her and Will was the perfect. I know they had their little things going on like everybody else, but I thought she was the perfect wife. They was a perfect couple. And the shit she's saying towards Will and how she's acting, I don't even think I want to date anybody. I want to stay single.
Well, that's what we're talking about today is dating while single.
Yes.
And people were like, well, that title doesn't make sense, but it makes a lot of sense if you think about it because a lot of people date and
Yes.
they're not single. You
Correct.
can date with your spouse, you can date when you're just with somebody, but dating while single is a different thing, and that's why I termed it like that, and people didn't understand. So that's what we're going to explain and talk about today.
So, but break it down to them on what that really means.
Okay, so you're dating,
Correct.
you're single.
Correct.
So that's what that means. You're not attached to anybody. You're actively looking for a relationship,
Correct.
no matter what type of relationship it is. So we're going to talk about that and being a single parent while dating because
Correct.
that can be a little tricky too, especially for a guy.
Yes.
So dating while single, what does that mean to you?
Dating while you're single is just what it is. You're single. You could be dating someone exclusively, and to me, I think once you have, sex more than 2-3 times, y'all seeing each other, you might not label yourself as boyfriend, girlfriend, but you're entertaining someone. But then again, to me, once I entertain someone, that's just, we're dating. I can't have sex with you 3 or 4 times, then try to date someone else. To me, that's a conflict of interest. You feel what I'm saying? It's because I really want to get to know this person first. First thing it starts with, I'm gonna say it's like a used car. I want to see if I want to lease it, buy it, trade it in, keep it, or give it back. So the same thing. Now everybody just thinks nowadays. I think the common thing is sex. If the sex is good, okay, that means the car drives good. Now I want to see what the inside's about. Let me see what your leather, your holster was about. Let me see what everything else is about. So if I'm trying to date you and find out who you are, I want to see how you are when I'm not around. Let me see how you're going to act if I don't call you in 2 days, 3 days, and things like that. But if I'm trying to do that to one person, then it's trying to date someone else. Because you're trying to figure out 2 people at one time, and to me, that's hard. Because, you know what I'm saying? That's my opinion.
Right.
What would you think about that?
Well, when I was dating multiple people because no one had a label, you know what I'm saying? And I wanted to know what this one offered, what that one offered. But it got to a point where stuff got muddled,
Yeah.
and that muddling is when it gets tricky So
Correct.
you're correct. You have to start backing up off some of the things, some of the people that you don't see potential in.
Exactly.
And my thing, especially while I was dating, was, okay, what kind of character do I want around my children? Because
Correct.
I still had children at this time.
Okay.
So, I would see, does he have children? How does he interact with his children?
Correct.
How does he treat his mama? Because that tells a lot too. People
Yes.
don't realize that how a person treats other women in their life will kind of put you on the way of knowing how they're going to treat you.
That's true.
So, it was a lot of sifting, so to say, okay, you went through this grade, are you going to go through the next one and the next one? It's kind of like gold mining,
Correct. Correct.
So when I was dating, that was my thing. But until somebody really wanted to get serious,
Yeah.
date them all. Hell, who
Yeah.
gives a damn?
And that's how I am now. It's more of, well, who you seeing? I mean, why are you asking that question? Like, I'm pretty sure I would never ask a chick that I'm dating, are you entertaining anyone else? Because even if you are, you ain't gonna tell me the truth because you worry about my feelings. I don't really care because right now we're dating, and I'm pretty sure, like I said, it's renting a car. If I feel like renting this car today, I don't like this car, I'm gonna go rent me another one. So, like I said, I put it in that term just because we're just friends. We're trying to find out if it's worth it, and that's the thing. I think a lot of us don't. Now that we're dating, and once that we step to the third or second or third base, we don't give that title or, well, hold on, what is this? Are we just kicking it? Or are we just friends? I think we continue, and some of them just be getting, attached to where if the person calls every day, if it checks up every day, then to me that person has feelings. All right, they caring. But eliminate if you don't feel like, well, she's stalking or he's stalking, he do too much. Well, let that person know, we're just friends, right? So that person, instead of just saying, you're calling me too much. You feel what I'm saying? Because it wasn't that part when we was going on dates. It wasn't that part where we was laying down in the bed and having sex. But now all of a sudden we're away and I'm calling too much or I'm doing too much. We have to, talk. Like I said, it's always things in life is communication. Let that person know, we just kicking, we just friends. I don't want no relationship right now, but I'm digging you. I'm feeling, we cool. So that person, so they know how to rock. But don't sit there and tell them, oh, nah, you're my girl. I fucks with you. I rocks with you. Because if that person is into you while you still out there dating, then that person's put all their energy and their time into you, but you're not on the same page as that person. So when they see you with somebody, they're not mad because you're dating. They mad because I thought you was dating me and only me. You know what I'm saying? Like I always tell people, when people cheat, I think when people get caught and the fight breaks out or the shooting went out or the disturbance come out, it's not because the person got caught. I think it's the person who they was dating with probably knew that person. If I find out my woman's cheating and all that, I'm gonna find out who it is first. Now, for somebody I don't know, oh man, go on about your business. I can speculate on what's that about. Homeboy don't know me, but you do. You feel what I'm saying? So you wrong. But now if you do know me, it's an issue because I'm about to whoop his ass, and it's not because you had sex with you. You disrespected me,
In our
made me look
friendship.
crazy in our friendship and what I thought we had. This has nothing to do with her. It's a whole separate. I did with you later for even doing it. This is for this guy in front of me, and that's it. And I think it's the same thing with dating.
I think too, a lot of people get into situationships, to lack of a better word. I know it's kind of old and dated, but we all know what that means. Because, like you said, we don't use our communication skills.
We don't.
Now, I I had a friend, and to take that off of the table, he told women that he was dating, "Hey, there's no sex on the table. I want to get to know who you are first." And they were like, "What do you mean? Am I not attractive or this, that, and the other?" And it was none of that. But he had the part of him that wanted to really know that person.
Yes.
So he took sex off the table. And he was like, I can get sex from anybody, but I want to know who you are as a person. And when he started doing that, a lot of girls, a lot of women, no, they were girls.
It was girls.
They was girls with that mentality. They didn't like that. And I was like, what is wrong with you? You just got to be hot in the ass to.
But then we got to, to piggyback off that. Sometimes it depends on that question on what age group or we're talking about it. Because me at 25, 26, dating, I'm looking to score. I'm looking to take her home, smash, and then see. But now that I'm older, now it's the other way around. Having sex is the last thing. I hope your sex is good because it's going to be a part of it. But let me see what your mind's about. So, at first you have sex back in the days with these young chicks, and it's right. Oh, you got to stalk her all out the gate. So now it made makes me turn the tables to where I want to get to know this person first. Of course, sex is in my mind because you're beautiful, you're sexy, you're attracted to me. So that's going to be the last thing. So now I'm dating as a purpose. Before I think it was I was dating for a profit. Let me see if I can smash her. Yeah, put her on the list.
So what's your profit list?
My profit list. I'm looking. If I when I date for for a purpose. But the profit is more, what can I get from her? What can she? What I'm saying? What can she do for me?
Now, is that fair though?
It's not. But then don't some women think of that. Some women date is because they're so used to dating someone that, of course, if I date somebody, I'm used to dating somebody who can help to do something. Don't know how to do things on their own.
Well, I'm playing devil's advocate right now. What if she's doing that to you though? How does that make you feel though? If she's looking to say, "Oh, what can I get from Snap? Can he take care of me, my children? Is he gonna fix my hair? Is he gonna do my nails? Is he gonna this, and this?"
I do the things you need. I don't give you the things you want. That's me. Now, okay. I used to be the other way. For instance, she's probably watching the show, but this is just real 100. Had a little a friend of mine who I used to know, and she was always talking, "Where's my kids?" Talk about my kids and stuff, and she knew my kids and stuff. So she was, "Oh, I heard you moved and all that stuff." So I, let her come on to the. "Oh, I'm gonna cook. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that." I gave her a test. Came to the crib, got the food. She didn't cook. I had to cook. It was, that's one flag. Then she let her chill and relax, and she slept. Most of the time she was there. Then when she left, she was like, she asked for something that I think that's for you, and you what you asked for you was getting prior to me. Mm-hmm. But to me, I felt like when you ask for something that I know that you can get, you asking me for that's a test. No, I have other priorities. I will help you if I see you helping yourself. Mm-hmm. You didn't do as you said, and it's your word. If you can't do what you're saying, and now your action's not even showing, red flag. Yo, you got to go. I told her just like that. You got to go. Mm-hmm. And it's just simple, straight to the point, to where I used to have a cold heart and just try to found it, but now I'm just like a stagnated person who's sitting here. I know what I want and I know what I need. If you see the potential, then you sit there and you work for it. I'm not gonna get your nails done, at first, but as we go on, I'm gonna do the little things. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, mm-hmm. I'll get your nails done if you ask for it. To me, because if you ask for it, then you're gonna expect for me to do that all the time. Mm-hmm. But if I give you something out of kind of my heart, then I'll give it to you when I think it's time for you to. I can see your nails need to be done, but if you're not gonna be consistently with me, well, I'm gonna get them done every time. Mm-hmm. You're looking good for someone else.
So that sounds like. And this is my coaching coming out, you have to set boundaries.
Correct.
So how do you pick your boundaries as a guy for women?
First thing I do, like I tell a woman, I don't need a woman. I want a woman. And I think when I used to vice versa, and like I always say, and everybody knows, and I say this for a reason, my kids not only saved my life, they changed my life. And now when I look at women, single parent women, because a lot of single parent women are out here in this world. Mm-hmm. Now I see how they operate when I'm giving my time and I'm what you need, but then again, it's more like you're not really what I want. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? So now the things change. Mm-hmm. I want a woman, but it's like I don't need her. I want her. I want that best friend to come home right now and baby, how was your day? I wonder when my day is off or something's off, baby, it's my day to take off. Can I take off? Somebody in that household got to make that money. You feel what I'm saying? Or make opportunities. And I feel, I want a best friend to go home with. And when as I get older and my kids venture off and I'm home alone, we want that friend that we can sit here and talk to. Mm-hmm. And that who knows you or growing to know. And then we're building something together that the world needs. When we go outside, we represent each other when we're not around each other. But when we come home, now we sit here and we build off what we learned today, what we got today, what we provided today. Mm-hmm. And we don't have that, because to me it's more of what can I get from someone now. Mm-hmm. And to me that's just the way the dating scene is now. Mm-hmm. What can you do for me? I don't want to do nothing for nobody.
But
I
see,
can
oh, I'm
go
sorry.
ahead.
One of the things that I realized when I was in this dating world, even when, what I do versus reality, the pool is shallow as
Ooh,
fuck.
shadow. When I say feel like it's the college football pool, everybody getting traded or transfer, and it's funny, but it's the generation on how their parents was raising them. There's a lot of single parent out here because their parents were single parents. You feel what I'm saying? And I had to really, structure to. I asked important questions. Is your mother and father still together? Or how close are you to your parents? To me, instead of where you from, and how long you been here, those questions I don't care about that. I care about the important questions because those little questions at the beginning will at least give me a standard on what the potential she might be or what she might have. That's just my opinion. Instead of going at it as, where you from? Oh, I'm from here. Based on that conversation. I want to get into a deep conversation because as I'm getting older, I have no time to waste. So now it's more like either we're gonna get to this today or we can just turn off and still be friends. Either at the end of this conversation at our date or a conversation, we should know where we're going. Oh, I like you as a friend. Oh, I like you as a man. I like you as a potential, and vice versa. We have to start going to it. I'm straight to it because I have no time to waste.
Well, the first thing we have to do is, like I said, set up our boundaries, know what we want. Another thing that I absolutely hate to hear is, oh, I'm just going with the flow.
Yeah, I don't like that.
If you're going with the flow, it's just like water. If you don't have something to contain that water, it's going to be all on the floor,
Correct.
in the
Correct.
street,
Correct.
in the carpet, wherever. You
Correct.
have to have something to contain that. So that's the same thing with any relationship. You have to know what your boundaries are. I know I
Correct.
keep saying that, but
Those are the
boundaries
key.
are very important. Boundaries and knowing what your non-essentials are in a relationship and what your things that you're going to stand on in your relationship.
And I think that's why a lot of strong women and strong men are single. I think the women out here playing don't want a man with goals. Don't want to me a man with expectations that's strong is because she feel like she can't break them down. And I feel like the girls are using the weak-minded ones, keeping them in mind. You feel them? The strong ones, they don't want that. But that's what you should want if you want a husband. That's what you should want if you want a man in your life. Somebody who's strong, who's going somewhere. It seems like the guys who not working, hustling, not caring about everything is getting all the action. But the ones who are here are really putting in that work and putting in boundaries are the ones who's single. And then when you talk to somebody, the first thing they ask is, I can't believe that you're single. How come you're single? And it's because
I'm not settling.
I'm not settling. I settled growing. You feel what I'm saying? I spent one relationship 12 years, another one 7 years. So that's 19 years out of my life that I was with two people and all I got was 4 children. You feel what I'm saying? And we just didn't grow at that time. Now I know what I want from the 2 relationships. One was coming out of high school. One was in my mid-20s and my 30s. So now between them 2 relationships and everybody else I dated, now I know what I want. I know what I need to help me grow. If not, I can do this journey by myself. I don't want to do it by myself, but can. It gets lonely sometimes.
But that is the whole epitome of we're going with the flow.
Going with the flow.
We don't have no plans. We don't have no aspirations or no goals. Everything needs aspirations and goals. Whether it's for your work, your business, you personally, for personal growth, no matter what part of your life, you need goals. And that includes
And everything needs a plan.
Right. And that is one thing that we don't understand when we're younger, but now that we're older, we start seeing the bigger picture.
Yes.
And that is what makes life so difficult when you're 40 and you're trying to date. You see stuff.
Then when you get they see that you maintain your goals, maintain your dreams, then they want to come back and want to, hey, how you doing? Nah, like I said, I read the signs. You wasn't there when I was going to the gym, working out. Now that you see I'm in the championship game right now, I got everything rocking for me. Now you want to come celebrate with me. No, it doesn't work like that anymore. And that's the matrix. It's like people don't want to grind with you, but they want to shine with you. You know what I'm saying? And it's so hard, especially out in this world now because it seems like everything is getting seen. Everyone wants to show off, you know, and it's all because of the social media. I'm saying just the internet. Period. You know, everybody wants the world to know who they are. I really don't want to know the world who I want you to know my talent, but I don't really want you to know who I am. I want to know. I know that my worth is way more than what I'm getting paid now and what I'm doing now. You know, I know somebody will see it, somebody will tell me, and I just want my talent to be paid, not me.
And speaking of worth, that is something that is prevalent in women when they say, "Oh well, you know, I know this case. Oh my God, this lady has been with this guy, knowing good and goddamn well he's no good, knowing he's
And
no
I see a lot
good."
of that. Why do women complain about the guy that they with and he treating them bad, he cheating on you, he beating on you, and all that, and I love him.
Because that's all they know.
You think they're trying to change him?
No, I
You don't
think
think
that's
so?
all that they know, and it's easier not to do the work. It's easier not to leave. I mean, think about it. When you're somewhere and you're at home and you have to go somewhere, it's a struggle for you when you don't want to leave. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Let me go find something to wear. Let me find this. Let me go take a shower. It's a slow process. You don't want to do it. And it's the same thing, unfortunately, with relationships. I know what's going on. Yeah, he's cheating, but he still pays rent. He still takes care of the kids. He's still doing that. But he may hit me every now and again, but he really,
He really's not like that.
yeah, and it's easier to make the excuses and things like that, and it comes from lack of self worth, lack of self love, lack of self trust. You
And
know,
probably because they're so used to that growing up with their parents that they
yeah.
think it's part of relationship and a part of the world until they get older.
I see this every day. There's
Wow.
women that call me, and there's guys too that I have a client that his wife is horrible. And not as as I always say, the Decatur saying in me be like, man,
Yeah.
dude, cut that bitch loose.
Yeah.
I really want to tell him that, but of course that is not my job, and I can't tell him that professionally. But the Decatur saying really wants to tell him there's no way ass broad, and she's not gonna do
Yeah.
anything, and you need to get rid of her.
I felt I dated a couple who I think they was used to abusive relationships, and then I'm so calm, and they try to, holler, get vulture with me, and like I always told them, you're gonna talk to me in lowercase letters. Now you ain't gonna talk to me like that, but most of it is calm down. They'll throw things and all that stuff, but they don't want to see me snap. But when I do snap, because I'm not snapping towards you, I'm not gonna put my hands on you, but I'm gonna defend myself. You know what I'm saying? I might throw you across the, because you coming at me throwing irons and all that stuff. Hold on, chick, you gonna chill. You gonna chill. I'm not gonna sit there and block it. No, I'm gonna I'm gonna show you. Don't play with me. Don't go there with that.
But that's very toxic.
It is, and that's when you have to eliminate yourself. That's when I do. Bounce. Oh, nah. You sorry, but that's not me. If I gotta put my hands on you, I don't want to be nowhere around you. It's because I grew up watching my mom go through an abusive relationship when he was young, and like I said on a couple show episodes before, the guy that my mother dated, me and my brother siblings were scared. So if I'm scared and my mama's scared, no, you ain't having us like that. You feel what I'm saying? And I see my mama go through that, and it's like, I'm not gonna go through that. I'm not gonna have my children go through that.
Right.
So if you're gonna be abusive to me, then you're going to be abusive to my children. I'm actually an active single parent. My kids live with me. They're not coming home on the weekends. But if they see me going through that, no, we're not living like that. And I know how that felt because I was on the other end of that. So some women like that. They like to they think getting beat on is getting love. If I have to beat on you, I have to put my hands on you, I don't want to be around you. I'm letting you know you ain't got to be around me. I do not want to be around you because you're not gonna take me to that level.
When I was much younger, back in the 90s, I was dating an Atlanta Braves player. And one night he got pissed because he was giving me his car, and I was going to my apartment to go get clothes, but I was living with my sister, and I hadn't seen my sister in a couple of days. You know how it is when you're bouncing back and forth. So I sat down, we was talking and laughed, and I think we actually got something to eat. And I went back, and he got pissed, and he slapped me.
Whoa.
Right. Talk about you out here cheating, you out here going to see other people and this, and that in my car, don't you? I politely handed him his keys and I left. And back then, that's when it was pay phones.
Pay for yeah.
And I remember I was walking. This was Buckhead because he lived in Buckhead. I remember walking to one of the bars in Buckhead, calling my sister, and having her come get me. And then like he was sending me all these flowers and all this. And he was like, "Well, what happened? All I did was slap you."
Wow.
He was like, "The other girls they accepted."
See, but that's that ego. That's what
Yeah.
he's used to.
And they were so used to the money and the attention and all that. That's why I've always had high self-worth no matter what.
Me too.
And sometimes you have to quote unquote take them losses, and if you consider having a ball player that makes money a success, then that's up to you. That goes to that trap baby.
That trap baby, that baby that's that pawn.
Yes.
That pawn baby.
That pawn baby. And, I never wanted to be that chick. Even when I was in high school, I saw that. And, I was like, I'm going to get my own. So, even my parents, they was like, well, what happened to blah, blah, blah. And, I was like, we just,
You're more like me. Like and now that, you broke it down, it makes sense. I'm more of a person of value. I know my worth. If I feel like you're cheating, there's a couple incidents with my past relationship. Once I find out you're cheating, who is it? I'll find out. I ain't want to fight. Just packing up out of my mouth. Like, I ain't got time to be sitting here worrying about everything. There's one incident with my first big one. I had a daughter involved, and once I found out she was cheating, I was living in North Carolina at the time. Pack up my daughter's stuff, hopped in that van, and I rolled over to New York. You think I'm going to somebody else's house? Nah, I went away and just think. Feel what I'm saying? Is this something I want to be worth it? Because I know I'm worth something. And to me, if you're giving yourself away to somebody else, evidently that's where you want to be. Because I'm not doing it. So guess what? I'm going to let you go. And I'm going to bounce. If I got to put my hands on you, I'm not going to say, first I'm going to, we all going to be upset and ask the question, who is it? I just want to know who is it. If anybody I know, all right, cool. All right, cool. That's where you want to be? Come on. All right. Might think I'm asleep. While she go to sleep, packed up my bags, got my daughter, snuck out. Me bounce. Like this, I'm not going through this. Like I said, I seen multiple things in my family go through that. So I know the outcome. And as you said, you're so used to certain things as you was growing. I paid attention. My family they was together for a minute, but uncles was cheating. I used to be in there. That's your auntie. And that ain't really my auntie. That's his girlfriend, or vice versa. Hey, this is Uncle Charles. This is your godfather. That's who she. As you get older, you're like, man, they out here cheating, out here playing. I see him over here with another woman, but they don't. So I paid attention to things like that, and I'm not gonna value myself. So I know where that's gonna lead. If you're gonna lead me to a place where you're gonna make me be someone who I'm not, it's because if I be there, of course I'm gonna get upset. We all get upset. But if you're gonna make me put my hands on you, that's not showing I love you.
Right.
I'm showing you I love you by leaving you.
Right.
Putting your hands on you.
So when you date, what is your least thing that you think that you can take as far as dating a woman?
Lies. Like, you can lie to me. Like, let me tell you something for those who are dating somebody with children. You know how they take you to meet their kids, and they're like, I don't usually, let nobody come home. My kids don't really meet nobody. Let me tell you something. Kids can tell it all. If the kids come out the house, come out the room, or they see you and they meet you, and they're staring at you, you're probably someone new. If they just keep walking around, hey, how you doing? Just keep moving around like it ain't nothing. They used to guys coming up. So that's the first thing. You know what I mean? You got to pay attention to that. So I pay attention to that. Well, I never met, I meet your kids, but you're not meeting, meet mine. You're not going to meet mine first. Probably meet yours first because I want you to feel comfortable. I'm straight. I'm a guy. My kids, I want to see how you are with your kids. And that's the first test for me is, let me see how the kids act. If they up there staring at you, don't know who you are. To me, that's, kids, when they see something new, what they do, they stare. Especially if you come into their home, and mommy's with somebody. Who's this guy? You start asking that. But they just run around there, yo, what's up? This is my father, this is my son, whatever his name is. And he walk around the house, yo, what's good? And just keep walking, all that stuff. Other guys have been in the house. So, I mean, my least is just the lies. And it's just small lies. And if we're dating at first, why tell the small lies? Because I already know that, all right, if the big lies come, you're hiding something, you do something. But to me, is the first thing is lies. And if you just tell the truth, if you're dating someone, I know you can go through your phone and call up somebody, or somebody's in your phone, your DM. We all have that. I have that. But everybody who calls my phone, they're friends. They know their lane. I tell chicks from the get-go, listen, I'm not into a deep relationship unless you see, if you want to pay attention to my social media, if you see pictures on my profile or or background of me and her, then we're together. Just because I take pictures with somebody don't mean that that's my girl. You feel
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I know people. I know a lot of people. We're into entertainment business, so we take pictures. But if my profile don't change, and with me and her, all that on it, then guess what? I'm not in an exclusive relationship. That's to me, is to let know. And like I said, and that's another thing I do is when I'm out dating, and I have a lot of friends, and I post it. We take a picture, and I post a picture of us, and you call me, why'd you put a picture up of us? I mean, you said you wasn't dating nobody else. You was exclusive to me. If you tell me take it down, I'm not tagging you in it, not saying in it. To me, you're hiding something. So I do little small things to let me know you lying, you playing games. You so that's because now we have a way of doing that. You know, and when chicks ask me, yeah, take a picture. Can I post? Yeah, go ahead and post it. Because I have nothing. I want somebody to say, yo, you dating her now? Yeah, I'm dating her. If you want to date me, then you got to step up. You feel what I'm saying? But that's not my girl, but that's somebody I'm interested in. You're not playing. Don't start calling my phone and want to talk to me because now you see me in the face of a beautiful young lady. Now you want to be nosy, want to be my friend. No, I'm not playing that tit for tat or that. Now you're paying attention. You should know when I want attention from just you. And if you're not giving me that attention, as they say, you find someone who else. They will take care of that void.
So when you look for your women or dating potentials, where do you look? How do you look?
It's just like I don't even look. Like I might just go somewhere, but if I see something that really attracts me, boom, I just go to it. Because to me, I'm not thirsty, but it's more like now I'm getting to the age where, damn, I know I'm a good man. I know I'm a good person. Why am I single? You feel what I'm saying? I know I have, boundaries. I know I have a list, and to me, it's not a bad list. It's who wants to put up with the list that I have. You know what I mean? So it's more of you catch my eye first. Okay, then you catch my eye, then I go because we're in Atlanta. Atlanta. There's a lot of beautiful women here, whether they Puerto Rican, Jamaican, black, white, whatever. There's a lot of women here. So first you just gotta attract my attention. If you get my attention, then it's just I don't know. Like I used to have preferences of chicks, but they don't work. So now I don't really have a preference. Now I just catch my eye. Okay, boom. Certain things I didn't like back then I do now is because I had to change up my approach. I had to change my pitch to see like, okay, especially meeting them in the club. Now I don't like meeting them in the club. Sometimes you might because she might be there with a friend, but that wasn't my thing. That's why I really don't like going out because when you go out, you're gonna see somebody just to impress. Then once you meet them, it's like that wasn't the whole person I met that night, that Saturday night.
I get the most men trying to holler at me when I look my absolute worst. I can go to the grocery store.
And I'm telling you why, from a man's point of view, that's why I said what I said. I'd rather go to a grocery store and see a lady in a ponytail, some jeans on, some sweats on, wife beater, just shop. If she looks good, normal, man, then she gonna look fly when she dressed up. Some of these people only look good when they're dressed up. And I always tell when women hit me on, it's like me. A man does not feel confident unless he got a haircut, something nice new on, he feel confidence. Most men, I'm gonna say 9 times out of 10. Me, I feel comfortable like that. When I had a haircut, yeah, your face I know, I feel fresh, look fresh. But some women come up to me with my hair, my hair looking, I ain't had a haircut in a week, type of, been in COVID, you know what I mean? You look sexy to me. I'm like, huh? And so I know how that feels, but those are the ones who, to me, I had to think like they thinking. They must see the potential if I do get dressed up or if I do get nice, then I might look like this person. But right now, I feel like I look like Flavor Flav. You feel what I'm saying? I look
boy.
ugly as hell. Yeah, boy. You feel what I'm saying? But and that's just so those typical. Some women be like, ooh, I don't look. Yes, you do. You fine as shit.
I remember one day, and this wasn't too long ago, I just went up to the store to get something for my sister. And this dude, he was like, let me hold the door for you, queen. You look absolutely amazing. At first it was a little, and then I was like, what the hell? He was like, do you have a man? I was like, I got a whole ring on. You don't see that? And then he tried me again. I was like, now see, that's where you crossed the line.
So do you think as women, when they feel they're attracted to a man or when a man is attracted to them, do you think he has to be well groomed at that first type? You feel what I'm saying?
He doesn't have to be well groomed, but like if I can tell that you take care of yourself, like you may be coming from work. Now, if you have dirt underneath your fingernails that look like it has been there for, for
Look
about,
black. It don't look
yeah,
brown. You can tell look brown when it's new. It look black and
yeah,
even your nails look like it's matching the.
like you done came from work and you may work on stuff or whatever, there's a difference. But if I see you, and you're grimy looking, there's a difference between looking like you work and you look
Yeah.
grimy.
Yeah.
And women usually know that. If you don't look like you wash your ass, then it's like, no, I'm not gonna deal with that.
Got you.
But it's you can kind of tell, you can kind of see if he got a haircut, but he got a hat on, and you can
Okay.
tell.
I just wanted, because
Yeah.
we think about that because a lot of women don't like to be approached when they look normal. But to me, as I know for me, I tell a chick a classic, a beautiful woman to me is, I guess I'm from up north so much, but it's the ponytail, sweats. You just look normal, but I know you wash your face is clean. I don't care if you come up with a bonnet on. You can look at you and be like, yeah, she's
No,
beautiful.
you should care if they got.
I mean, bonnet on, they might got the hair, but I mean, we do it. I'm just saying, I do care. I ain't gonna sit in front about that. Now you coming in with some flip flop with the fur on it, a little bit too much. But if you come in there, you can tell. It's like going back to the car. Man, if I put some rims on there and tint the windows, put a system on, look good. But if it looks good normal, like a Cadillac or a Mercedes or a BMW, I ain't gotta do all that. But if I do, just makes it enhance it. So if you look good normal and look good fresh, man, I can see you with some jeans on, high heels, stepping out with some boom, and that's how I look at it. Like I have a great imagination. So I'm pretty sure women do. You need to picture yourself. Okay, he's what they say, a upgrade, or he's a stepper upper, a fixer upper. He's a fixer upper. I think men do the same thing. Like we can tell that. Ooh, yeah, she's bad. You feel what I'm saying? But most of our first thing is got to be sexiness. If you're out of my preference, I used to is like you got to look like you can run a 100-yard dash and win. I'm an athlete, so I like athlete. You should like athlete type of chicks.
And see, that's why you're single. You're not
But
expanding your base.
And that's what I said. That's what I said before. That's why I changed my, what I mean? I used to like, and my boys be like, and it's funny when you be out, and it was like, how a bunch of girls might walk in, and they be like, it's third snap, that right there, yeah, that's your type. I mean, but you feel what I'm saying? Because they know what I go. But now it's like when they say that, it's like I had to change up my value, what I like. I wanted the trophy. Now it's not even the trophy looking good. Now I want to know. I want the stats. I want to see. I want the stats are good. You feel what I'm saying?
Like I tell men all the time, trophies get dust on them.
Facts. And they get
fade.
rusty. That's what I'm saying. Everything changes now as you get older because you understand your value and you understand your worth. Now the same thing, like I said, dating with children is kind of hard. It's because if I'm going to bring you home and I'm working on building a family, I got to make sure that you are at a standard and make sure that you represent us if I'm not around. I want to make sure that my kids respect you enough to where if they don't tell me any secrets, that they can tell you secrets. You know what I'm saying? That's a type of bond. And I drew that with other women's children to this day. And I know I did it is because to this day, they still call me, Dad. What's up, Pops? With Dad. And they still respect me as that. And I'll tell them at first, when I'm first dating, I'm not here to be your father. I'm here to be your friend first. Then when they introduce me to their friends, it's more, hey, this is not just my mom's boyfriend. This ain't my stepdad. This is my pops. And right there just shows, show value. So I want the same person as my woman. I want my kids to respect this woman. In case I go home early, she's going to represent them. They're going to be all right if I'm not there.
Okay.
So that's, and it's hard to, to find that is because I'm going to see how you react if you have children with your children. If you are disrespectful to your children and just do anything, let your kids do anything they want, I don't let my kids do anything they want. I let them do them, not anything they want. Because that they're going to run, and I want my kids to run. I want you to still have questions because I'm still growing. I'm still learning. There's certain things I haven't learned yet that I'm still learning. I'm still willing to grow. We all have to be willing to grow and not just stay stagnant where what I knew growing up after high school, I'm grown, that I know now. I want to know what a 17-year-old's thinking, a 15-year-old or a 12-year-old thinking. So, once you get to where we at, then the value of our words will, the jewels would be more better for them.
Right. Speaking of not being able to find who, and looking, have you tried online dating?
I tried that twice. I was on Plenty of Fish.
Oh,
Threw all them,
POF.
yeah, threw all them damn fishes back. I was on Black People Meet. Mm-hmm. That was cool, but I was so cheap. It was like if you ain't, to get your DM, you had to upgrade your prescription. I was like, well, if you just don't DM me then say hi, what's your number, and I get you from there, and I wasn't good. But I did online dating. I met some good people, but it was just ones that what they look like in their picture. It wasn't them once I seen them, so it like turned me off. Then once I get the ones where, how come you're single? They can't believe I'm single. They think I'm on there, have a whole new other family, I guess, because they're used to dating somebody. And I'm gonna tell you what it is. Some people lie to get to who they are. I'm telling the truth for who you are, but who I am. But I guess they don't believe what I'm saying. So it's just too much. It's too much. It's a game, and I'm too old to be playing them games.
Do you think your profile was set up right?
Probably wasn't. I don't know. I just cut it down and don't even think about it. I mean, if you got some other options, I mean, I'm gonna go back online, but to me,
Shameless plug. I can help you with that.
Okay, say less, because they got all this new stuff. I even tried Facebook. Had Facebook dating one time.
Yeah,
had a couple of them and just just I don't know. It just I don't know how to spit game. That's just me. Just people just understand my story when I talk to them. I can't spit game.
You got a whole sister over here that knows how to do this, and you ain't.
Not like
taught?
I guess because I'm at the stage right now. I was busy. I had so many things going on and trying to add something else that's really not helping me, and you're just going to be a distraction. I don't need you. Now at the time where everything is working out, the podcast is growing, and the vision is growing, my business is growing, my kids are almost out the door. Now it seems like everything is playing itself out. Now I think it's about time for me to start doing dating. Now that it's getting cold too.
Yeah.
So I'm
it's
starting.
cuffing
And on the
season.
move, it is cuffing season. You know what I mean? It's
We
searching right now. You're in the drafting. You're in the drafting. This is drafting season right now. By the time Christmas come, you first round. You should have your contract because the Super Bowl was going to be February.
Yeah.
February 14th. So right now you're in the draft period right now. So right now everybody draft is getting cold. We're gonna see by Thanksgiving and Christmas. You know what I mean? You playoffs.
I was gonna say we at the combine.
You're at the combine right now. Yeah, you're at the combine. We
at
in
the
preseason.
combine.
You're in preseason.
You got people running their 40s and jumping.
Next month is the season. By the time Christmas comes, that's playoffs. Christmas and New Year's is playoffs.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? Then you go to a deep run in January. Then the championship is on in February. That's cuffing season. If you ain't making a February.
So what happens after February 14?
Well, February 14th ain't no championship for me because I'm a player who owns the team. So you know what I mean. So it's just if February you're gonna get February to me. February 14th. Everybody knows Valentine's Day. Whatever I get you on Valentine's Day, I'm gonna get you before that. So it's like I don't need no one day to show you my love. I'm gonna give you my love. Period. I might not if you're in there, you're gonna get it before. So February 14th, we're just gonna probably be just a regular day. We might go out and get something to eat, but it's not be like I'm gonna go ahead and go crazy for you. Nah.
Well, I'll say this.
I'm not doing that.
And people think that Valentine's Day is just a commercial thing, but we make it a commercial thing. Take
Correct.
that out. Make it that it's time that you spend with your loved one.
That's what I said. We'll spend that
you're
time.
appreciating them.
I'm not.
Yeah. It doesn't necessarily have to be about gifts and things like that, but you want to spend that time with them. And that's what I try to tell a lot of men. They're like, oh, well, she just want me to buy her shit. And it's not about that.
I'm a cook. I'm going to let you know when I'm a cook.
What you going to cook?
Breakfast in bed. My favorite dish. You know what I mean? But breakfast in bed. You're already going to get flowers. Like, I give flowers. Like, my daughter just got some flowers from so it was impressive that a young man her age got some flowers for my daughter because I thought they were for me. I'm sitting there cleaning up my house, knock on the door, and I'm thinking, oh, shoot, somebody thought about the business and stuff, so congratulating me. And he said, can I speak to Miss Thurston? Is it available? I'm like, yeah. So call my daughter, and she got some flowers, dozen flowers. Nice flowers, but I felt scared and happy at the same time. I'm like, oh, player. You feel what I'm saying? Young dude.
Shit. Look, shit.
I'm like, I don't know him, but
he get a little play.
He gets some play.
And
first she said, yeah, Daddy, he treats me good. And I said, well, how old is he? He said, he's 19. So I said, he ain't that grown. Okay, because she just turned 18. He dating back. So I said, okay.
He got
That's
some
what's up. He
standards
got
about
some
himself.
standards. So he was
Yeah.
raised good. So that's a good thing. So you're going to get flowers. You know what I mean? We're going to go out to, we date once a month. So what are we going to do on February? It's February 14th. I'm going to switch it up. Instead of all that, I'm going to cook. What you want for breakfast? Are we going to do brunch? I'm going to cook all that. We ain't got to do all that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Just sit here and waste a day in the house. You know, waste it out there spending money.
And that would be acceptable.
That's me. You feel what I'm saying? I don't do what everybody else. I'm not. I am traditional, but I know what I need to know what I want. So I want to give my person, my special one. This is your special day. You relax. What you want me to do? I mean, that's your
But it
special
should be
day.
both of you all.
It should be both.
And I will say
But that's
that.
what I'm going to do. So she'd be like,
Yes.
"No, I'm gonna do this." That let me know. All right, she's a team player.
And I'll say this too, ladies. Don't keep expecting everything to be about you on February 14th. That's not fair.
Because we already get disrespected as on Father's Day and Mother's Day. You know, women get all that. Then women on Father's Day still want to be, well, what about you feel what I'm saying? Like, you already had y'all day. You feel we get double standard on Father's Day.
But it's to those fathers that don't step up. That's why it happens.
That's why it's called Father's Day, not Dad Day.
If you are
they dads.
yeah, no, the way that I see it, they're just regular fathers.
Yeah.
They're sperm donors.
Yeah, there we go.
You know, it takes something special to have the title dad. You know, that means that's some feeling behind that. To give somebody a nickname is feeling behind that. So that's how I look at it. You know, you can have Father's Day because you a regular ass father. But if you say Happy Daddy's Day, happy, her pops, or, just like how you were just saying earlier about how they call you pops or dad or something like that, that's special. That means that you have a special bond with them. But if, they calling you father.
It's my father.
That's just as plain as it comes. That just lets you know who they are and what they're doing.
See, I'm learning something. I see but see that and like I said, that's the difference of parenting and dating while you're a parent. It's just so many things we still learn, and so many things we want. But one thing you have to do is, like I said, communicate. Let that person know what you want. Like, I'm looking to date to get married. Like, I want to marry you. We're not going to be perfect. Ain't no such thing as a perfect relationship, but there's going to be some flaws. There's going to be some things that you might not like, I do. And there's going to be some things I don't like that you do. But guess what? We sit and we talk about it. Boo, bae, nickname, whatever you want to give them. Talk to them, not at them.
Yeah.
When you're confessing something that you don't like about that person's doing at that particular time. I think some of us talk I'm talking to you. I don't like that. That shit aggravates me. But look how you're talking to me about the situation like it. That shit agitates me. Don't do that shit no more. That's no way to talking to someone that you want to change their ways, and you're giving it to them that way. You sound like you talking to a child or a dog. Baby, I don't really like that. I think it's the approach on how we communicate with each other that we get like, I don't fuck with her. It's not what we say, it's how we say it nowadays.
Yeah. One thing that I was thinking about when you were speaking about your kids and dating, or excuse me, children. I'd say kids one day because somebody flipped the fuck out. But your children, how do you feel about the safety? How do you judge the safety about when you're dating and when you're, potentially trying to find a woman and, bring her into your space? How do you maneuver that?
When I find, especially when it comes with a woman, what I do is, if me and the woman are exclusive dating and she has met my children, I usually tend to leave them alone on purpose. Let me see if they can communicate. Let me see if they're going to talk when I'm not around. Like, if my daughter, say if my date, all right, I got to go home. Can you give me a ride home? I might just be slick and be like, I know I ain't got nothing to do. Janala, could you take her home? And Janala will get in the car. Let me see how they're going to communicate and talk. That's my first. Let me see how they're going to communicate with my roommate. Don't do it because I'm around. Let me see what you do and talk about when I'm not there. So it's more of, let me see how, when I come back, my daughter's going to tell me.
Yeah.
Hey, Dad, she's cool. She's straight. Okay, that means, what y'all talking about? So evidently, they had a nice conversation. That shows me right there, might be a little bit of trust. So that's cool. She likes you. She's straight. Yeah. Or we go to the movies. Dad, is she coming with us? Why is it a problem? No, I want her to come. You feel what I'm saying? It's more of when my children are really accepting it. They like the energy because some children be trying to hold back. Now my daughter used to do that as I was growing, but that's because she was so sacred of, I guess, me and my time going to someone else, and I go to her no more. Now as she's getting older, she's starting to see like dad needs to be happy too. My son is just, he don't care, but I'm more of my daughter's because she's going to be one to check her if she gets out of line. My son's be like, whatever, dad, just leave her alone.
Yeah.
My daughter might check her and me. You feel what I'm saying?
And when my son was when I was dating my husband, and he had first came around the house, it's a little touch go type situation. But finally they just had a come to Jesus moment. I just walked out and was like, y'all gonna have to hash this out. Y'all gonna have to deal with this.
Men protect their mothers, and the daughters
Very
protect their
much.
fathers.
Very
So
much.
I know, my daughter would get closer. You used to see, no, Dad, I don't like her. Like, what you don't like about her? And we talk. It's more of, I do care about your feelings, but you're not gonna stop dating us because you're now. I have to work on it if I really want you to be around. Have that little talk with her. Then have a talk with both of them. But kids I know will sling it away when they feel like I'm giving more attention to her because they were kids. But now that my daughter's on her way out and now she's seeing more, like, Dad, you really need some. You really need somebody. And my daughter, I think I posted the other day. My daughter and my son was like, Dad, you need somebody who's goal oriented. Not nobody who wants to go to the club all the time. You need somebody who's going to set you up. Make sure that you're good. Make sure that we're good. Make sure that y'all are good, and not be gold. Not just sit here and allow you to do everything. So I'm like, that's what's up. So
Maybe we should have a contest for you.
contest.
Yeah, like The Bachelor.
Ooh, that'd be dope.
Let me run it.
Yeah,
I'll do it.
I got
Because, I got your back. I ain't going to let no
Facts.
no
Facts.
no stupid heifer come up in your life.
We're gonna do that.
Okay.
And for February, we do it before February. So the February gift, I might do something special. See, you see, we're doing something. This creative. This ain't written up. This ain't
Yes.
script. That's life. See this.
Because I want to see you happy and I want to see you succeed.
I'm happy.
And happier.
There you go. I'm
Happier.
happy. I like that. Well, I like to say I want to push the book out.
Yes, please go buy my book from Amazon. I need the money.
Hey, fucking
no, I'm
after
just playing.
50 now. Hey.
Seriously, but ladies, perimenopause, menopausal women, please go and get this book. I have guys that get it for to read about the ladies in their lives, and they understand a lot more now. We're talking about natural herbs. We're talking about positions. We're talking about things that you could do to enhance. Please just, even if you have questions about it, and guess what? If you go to Amazon, and I don't know why I'm telling this, if you go to Amazon and you have a Kindle, you can read it for free.
See, go ahead and read it.
Go read it for
then
free.
purchase it. Like,
you don't even have to purchase it. I'm giving you this information for free. So what is your excuse?
read more. You're looking at everybody else's posts and reading their stuff. Read something that's mentally challenged for you, where we can get better as a
Yes.
community, as a culture,
Yes.
as a world together.
Yes.
Like I always say, together we can, together we will.
Yes.
I mean, we got to put that stuff together. We was raised right, but just taught wrong. Now
Yes.
we're trying to give y'all the tools where we can get taught right.
Yes.
So we can teach right.
Yes.
And be right for the rest of our lives. You know,
Yes.
use all this other garbage out here that y'all listening to and watching and promoting. I mean, if you're all for the money, then you're doing it for the wrong reasons.
And make sure that even if you don't listen or follow me or do whatever, make sure that the person that you're listening to has credentials.
Yes.
Don't be listening to
Yes.
these people that
this is-
like we know the whole situation about a certain person that was giving all this relationship stuff and was cheating on his wife.
Cheating on his wife, beating his wife,
Yeah, so
not even caring about his wife. Come on.
y'all make sure that just like they used to have back in the day, even if you don't get help here, please go get help somewhere.
Yes.
So
Please communicate. Don't keep everything in.
yes.
Get it out, but leash it out to the right people.
Yes.
Around you can't speak to everybody, but
Yes.
speak to somebody that you trust, because it's the only way you're gonna elevate yourself, and that's another thing. You release your stress. Where
Yes.
we won't die at a young age if it's not for a gun, but mentally. Let's get right out here.
Yes.
All right. Well, until next week. Anybody you want to give a shout out to before we bounce?
I want to shout out to myself.
There you go. It
It was a hard week and I got through it.
You know what I mean? Me too. I appreciate that. I mean, for all those that
Yes.
Sunday, It's a new week.
Yes.
Be blessed that you woke up and you finished this week.
Yes.
Get ready for the new week because this week is going to be better than last week.
Yes.
You know, as we always say, man, together we can, together we will. Until next week, you already know this is Damn the Cat. Oh, don't forget, City View Sports Bar, Lounge, Bistro, Austell, 7 days a week, open by 12, close at 2.
Yes.
Come watch some football games, 36 TVs.
Yes.
Your game's on, come watch it. Good
Yes.
food, good hookahs, free parking.
That's Snap. I'm Dr. Sand.
Until next week, Damn the Cat podcast. Love y'all.
Peace.
Ever Vision.